prosperous Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. I hope everybody's having a good, prosperous Wednesday. If you don't know me, I am Brianna, 20 years old from Fort Worth, Texas, currently a college student at Texas Southern University in Houston, Texas. And like I said, we're going to get started. So make sure you have your pens and papers. You want to take notes or just listen. That's all up to you. So today, I just want to give you a few pointers, things that I've noticed in myself, and I'm pretty sure after you hear this, you'll probably notice it as well. Just a few ways that we invade our own space. And by invading our own space, I mean a few things that we may think or do that holds us back or keeps us in the same place, and it doesn't make things better. It only makes things worse. And it doesn't even have to apply in this business. It can apply to other things in life. So the first way we can invade our own space is we become so scared to fail. And by that, I basically mean, we have people join the business, join the platform, they're ready to get started, they're excited. And as soon as they take an L on a few trades, or as soon as they want to prospect people and people tell them no, they're so quick to quit because they don't like to fail. Or most people may think of it as they don't like to lose. But we always got to remind ourselves that that just comes with the process, that comes in everything we do, because there's not always going to be a time where you start learning something, you start doing something, and you're just going to be perfect at it off the bat. Like for me, as an example, I like to dance. When I first started dancing back in first grade, I wasn't always perfect. There were times where I fell, almost broke my ankle. There were times where I felt insecure because I felt like I was the worst out of the whole group. But you just got to get in that mindset of not everything's going to be perfect off the bat, and that's okay. Like, it's okay to fail, it's okay to take some L's. You just can't think of it as it's going to be the end of the world, because it's not going to be the end of the world. And most times when we do fail, it's because we weren't humble and we didn't follow simple instructions. And I can admit to that. I'm pretty sure we all can admit to that. There's lots of things where we want to do it our way. We want to do it in a way that we think is the right way to do it. And instead of following instructions, we listen to our own instructions, and then we fail. And then we sit and complain and cry and wonder why this didn't work out, why it didn't pull through. It's because you didn't follow simple instructions. And like, it's basically like school. You follow the teacher's instructions on how to work a math problem, on what book to read for the paper. You follow the principal's instructions on how to act in class so you don't get in trouble. We went 12, 13, 14, 15, I don't know how many years listening to teachers, professors, deans, presidents, principals following their instructions. If we can follow their instructions, why can't we follow our mentors' instructions? Why can't we just take the advice and follow instructions of the people in our community that's just looking out for us and wanting to help us? So you just got to have more humility and just know that it's okay to fail. But if you do fail in this multiple continuous times, maybe you're not following instructions. And if you're not following instructions, then you have no humility. A second way we invade our space is we take our family's comments or opinions too close to heart or too personal. And I'm pretty sure you've heard. So if your family has gave you their comments, opinions about the business, about anything you want to do, just drop the number 5. And I'm pretty sure everybody's going to drop number 5, because I'm pretty sure all of our family, all of our friends have told us how they felt about certain things we wanted to do, and they felt like it wasn't going to work or it was going to flop. So yeah, we we take the things they say personal, close to heart, because that's our family, especially if it's your parents. You know, you don't want to let them down. You don't want to make it seem as if you're going against them because you're not listening to their opinion or their comments. And half of the time, it be your family that you look to for the support and you get zero. Me personally, when I first started, my parents, they were more so concerned about people scamming me out of my money because all they saw was the bill for the education. But then again, I had just got started. So, of course, there was going to be a bill and not a lot of results because I was still learning. But as I kept moving forward and kept going with this platform, with this business, they've come to understand and respect it more just off the simple fact that I didn't let everything they say get so close to heart that I quit. And lots of people do that. They listen to their parents, mom or dad, they listen to their siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, whatever the case is. They tell them that this got to be fake, this got to be a scam, this can't be real, it's too good to be true. They just taking your money. Why are you even doing this? You need to hop out, you need to quit. Those people are telling you all those things, but yet it's still they're in the position that you don't want to be in. Like my parents, they can tell me that it's taking up too much of my time or it's fake, it's not real. But yet every single day I watch them get up early in the morning and go to work. My dad got to drive all the way to Dallas to go to work. Even though my mom works from home, they still have her sit on a computer for like 5, 6 hours doing work. And sometimes she has to wake up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning so she can go to dialysis at 5 a.m. My grandfather from Arkansas, because my mom's side of the family is in Arkansas, my grandfather's 90, 91. He still works. He owns his own construction junkyard company and he owns gardens in that town. So people want to buy fresh vegetables and fruits, they buy from him. His whole life, he's always valued hard work. And I feel like it's good to value hard work, but working until you're 90, that's not it. That can't be the only way. So, like I said, you don't want to let your family down. You don't want to disrespect them or go against them, but if they're not in the position you want to be in, you can't take everything that they say so personal, so close to heart. Because at the end of the day, you're trying to go somewhere that they're not. And when it's all said and done, you want to take them with you. You want to actually show them that all the work that you put in was worth the wait. You want to retire your family. You want to get your family out the hood. You want to show them a whole different side of life than just going to work every day. And if that's something you want to do, then you can't let everything they say get close to your heart, take it too personal. 3, we don't realize that it's okay to outgrow people. And you can outgrow your family, but right now I'm specifically talking about friends and acquaintances. You want to hold on to certain friends and relationships because y'all have history. Y'all been friends since kindergarten. Y'all been friends since the womb. Your parents were best friends, so y'all were best friends and y'all grew up with each other. Or that person was there for you when times were hard and you just don't want to leave them behind or you just want to take them with you. But sometimes as you grow, and not just in age, as you grow as far as your spirituality, your mindset, your personal growth, personal development, you and the people that may be your friends, 8 times out of 10, y'all will go on completely different paths. Y'all will have completely different mindsets and frequencies. And because of that, just like your family, you may not get support from your friends. That shouldn't be hard to, well, that shouldn't come as no surprise because most people that may call themselves your friends, they not always really a friend. They're not always gonna be down for you, but that's another conversation. But as you grow personally, mentally, spiritually, as you grow in your mindset, you and your friends, you and people that you grew up with, people who are your associates, y'all will go on completely two different paths. And you may not get any support from them, but that's perfectly okay because that's one thing I've learned as far as this business. I only have one friend in my business, and I met him through social media and we became friends. This isn't even somebody that I grew up with. I met Khalil through social media. We became good friends and he's now in the business. People that I've been friends with since middle school, since elementary school, people I grew up with, none of them are in the business, but yet only one of them, they actually support me. She may not be in the business. She may confuse it with stocks, even though I keep telling her it's two different things. But even still, she supports me because she knows how passionate I am about this and she knows how serious I take this. So even though she's not in the business, she still supports me. And that's okay too. You may have friends that's not in the business, but because they love you and they support the fact that you want to do this, they're not going to talk down on it. They're not going to make jokes about it. They're not going to call it things like that little business. Because when you have friends that say stuff like that, one, I don't think they're really a friend. Two, half of the time people are just mad and confused with themselves because you're trying to leave the place that they're still stuck in, or you're trying to leave the place that they're comfortable in, and they feel like you're leaving them behind, which you probably are, but that's okay. There's lots of people that you may have to leave behind. There's lots of people that may leave you. You may still be looking for certain people's support, but they probably left you a long time ago the first time you tried to tell them. And that's perfectly okay because I'm basically happy that none of my friends are in my business, including my best friend, because they have their own good thing going on and I got mine. And because I got my own thing going on, I've made new friends. I've made new associates. And I have a new family just from being in this business alone. And that's you guys. So that makes it all better. And lastly, the last way we stay stuck, well, we invade our own space. I told you I don't be too long. So lastly, we don't give ourselves enough credit. Most of us come in and we try to stay as excited as possible. We try to keep up with everybody else. We try to have all the confidence. But some of us, we still don't have enough confidence. I sometimes don't. I'll admit that. Some of us, we still have insecurities that we're still battling and dealing with. That could be financial wise, that could be as far as your looks, that can be you feeling as if you're not smart enough, you feeling as if you're not qualified enough. Because I'm pretty sure all of us at some point feel like we're not qualified enough to get out here and start building and forming and building relationships with people so that way we can expose them to this information. Because for a good minute, I felt like I wasn't qualified enough or good enough to do that. There's some people here that may still feel like they're not qualified or they're not good enough to do it. But I always tell people I'd rather just get out here and do it than waste so many years and regret not doing it because then it's too late. Because you keep waiting long enough to do stuff like this, the people that you could have got in your business, in your organization, people that you could have helped impact and mentor, they already gone to the next person. They already gone to the next chairman, the next organization, the next whatever, et cetera, et cetera. So just because a few people may say no or a few people may talk down on it, and say it's fake, it's a scam. That has nothing to do with you. That doesn't mean you're not good enough. That doesn't mean you're not qualified enough. That just means they don't have the right information. And some people, they may have the right information, but they're just too ignorant to just have humility and take it all in. So you have to, we all have to give ourselves more credit. I'll include me in that too. We all have to give ourselves more credit. We celebrate everybody else, we celebrate each other, but do we celebrate ourselves enough? Do we clap for ourselves? Do we give ourselves a round of applause, a standing ovation, a pat on the back, or something? I'm pretty sure we all have felt like nobody's giving me any credit, nobody's giving me any recognition, no, whatever the case is. Well, have you given yourself credit? Have you given yourself recognition? Have you told yourself, I did good today? I actually went out there and I did it. It may not be as much as what other people did, but I did something. If you don't celebrate yourself and give yourself credit, nobody else is going to give it to you. Just like how people say, if you don't respect yourself, nobody else will respect you. The same goes with giving yourself credit, giving yourself a pat on the back, a round of applause. If you don't celebrate yourself, then nobody else will celebrate you as well. And I tell people this all the time, people that feel like they're not pretty enough, they're not smart enough. I tell people you are a lot more intelligent, influential, ambitious, brave, courageous, beautiful, handsome, anywhere you can think of. You are a lot more intelligent, influential, et cetera, than you think you are. We have some of the most smartest people here in the room. We have some of the most influential people here in this group chat. And we have some of the most beautiful and most handsome people here, period, in the platform, in the community, in the group chat, whatever the case is. But we don't give ourselves enough credit. And because we don't give ourselves enough credit, we don't have enough confidence to believe that we actually are intelligent. We are influential. We are courageous. We are beautiful. That we are meant to be here. That we deserve to have these type of things. That we deserve to live that type of life that we're striving for. But you are that. So if nobody told you today, you are a lot more intelligent than you think you are. You are a lot more courageous than you think you are. You are a lot more handsome than you think you are. You are a lot more beautiful than you think you are. You are a lot more strong than you think you are. You have everything that you need to be successful, to grow individually, personally, spiritually. You have everything inside of you and written on whatever piece of paper that you have, because I know we all have lots of notes. We just got to give ourselves more credit for the small things we do. It don't even have to be the big things. We just got to give ourselves more credit for the small things that we do for each other, for the community, for the platform, whatever. Once you start giving yourself credit for the small things, people will notice and give you credit as well. And then as time goes on, you start getting more credit. People give you credit for all the big, gigantic things you do. And as that goes on, you get more confidence. And then you start to believe that you do have what it takes and you do deserve everything that you're praying to God for. Because I know I deserve it. I don't know about y'all, but I know I deserve everything that I want. So if you know you deserve it, just drop I deserve it. Better yet, everybody get off mute. If you know you deserve it, drop it in the chat or just get off mute and say you deserve it. We can't unmute. Oh, dang. Well, at least you said something. Let me fix that. Dang, I don't even know how to fix that.
You can now. You good.
I deserve it.
I
I
deserve
haven't.
it.
I
You
deserve
deserve it.
it.
You
I
deserve it.
deserve
I
it.
deserve
There
it.
you
I
go.
deserve it.
I deserve
I
it.
deserve it.
I deserve
Deserve
it.
I
it.
deserve it. I
Deserve
deserve it. I
it.
deserve it.
I deserve it.
I deserve it.
Perfect.
Deserve it.
Yep. Perfect. We all deserve it. We all have what it takes. And that's just all I wanted to talk to you guys about today. So I hope you guys got some good value, some good nuggets, and believing that you can is a lot more profitable than believing that you can't. So if you guys got some value, just drop some fire in the group